terrible. Need to hold left more. Might get lucky. Yep. Still 2 minutes. Still terrible, but whoa. Ah, yes, the part where you grab the pipes. Somehow. Interesting one. Okay. This is the shortest cycle I've seen on an 80%, which may come in our favor. Eee, that's not a very long cycle, is it? I doubt it's going to be in our favor. It's a very short period ahead of us. At least you could have fell through. Lure. Ooh, that small little down. No moles again. Has to get to 2 dots left for them to start doing that, yeah. Pick up that one. Not get him. I'm doing it too early. What? Why did you use stock stand up? I didn't have anything in my hands. I thought there was a rock there. How is this so impossible? It seems like when you jump through it, it gets bigger. That felt weird. Okay, we still got it. We're still behind by a few years. Oh my goodness. The gentle game. Gentle. That's super underwhelming. I have no idea at this point on. One throwable on the throwable location. Not going for the roll because I don't have anything. Oh, we got stuck. It's so close, but also so far. No. No. A 38. Not having those rocks in that one room did not help. And if I didn't mess up the one part with the back throw, it would have been better too. Well, now that I added a bunch of splits, a bunch of the actual other splits will actually exist, which is nice. I'm gonna finish either way, just to see what kind of time we get. There might have been a smaller one in there. Is that a 17 flat string? That's pretty good. Spawns were not with me. catch the edge on certain parts to get acceleration and then keep that up for bunny hopping. But it really isn't that great. Oh, he leaned left, which is actually technically faster. Even though he pulls you back, he seems to leave faster. And I want to see what time we get. Maybe it's something decent. The worms didn't mess us up too crazy. Gonna beat your time with loads at least? No. And if I did, I would be surprised. Wait. There's no way. What? What? The worms weren't even that good? Are you kidding? Less question marks. Oh! Oh! Ah, man. Oh, that means way more to me than getting the with loads time, to be honest. It's about 30 seconds faster than the previous 2004, which I thought was basically unbeatable due to how good the Worryworm RNG was. So we got better RNG than, like, above average RNG. It wasn't what it was before, but oh man, I thought there might be a possibility, but the fact that the current record is a 21, I wasn't sure. Yeah, but I'm still going to put it on because I'm going to put it on the leaderboards. Because for real time, that's the fastest that's ever been done, and I didn't think it was going to be possible, really, without doing some of the crazier things. But this was the time I was going for a sub 20 for a very, very long time, and I knew it was possible, but I didn't think it would just fall into my lap without doing a lot of the crazier tricks, which I haven't been doing. That's why it still means a lot to me. Because before we changed everything, this was all that I wanted for a while, and I couldn't get under a 2015. I mean, for you guys, on keyboard especially, I wouldn't worry about the with loads time, really, because you're still going to be down a good amount because of the swimming. Man, I cannot believe that. The sub 15 is the first thing for you guys to look at, but yeah. And getting sub 21s for full time. Oh. Oh man. I guess you can do that. Yeah, I'm done streaming as well. I'm gonna end with that. Thank you guys for staying for that.